Back in the... Oh, yeah, the murder warehouse. I was like, wait, didn't we already deal with the... No, that was the murder basement. This is the murder warehouse. There's so many quests here.
I mean, it is the main hub.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, like, compared to, like, the other places that I went, like, with the Mage Tower and stuff, and even Redcliffe, Denrin gave me so many quests, I actually don't know which ones to do. So. Boy, it's taking time. We must have hit a big junction in the game if it's taking a while to load. Aha! There we go. Okay. I keep forgetting I have these auras on, and I'm just seeing, like, speed lines coming off of me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm fast. Okay, so this warehouse is where the other body is. Among other things. Tasty treats for me. Not that one. Doodly doodly doo. Ooh, ice arrows. I'll give those to Liliana in a second. Oh, Miss Liliana. I have arrows for you. Why are you still beat up? Why are you still beat up? I told you to take a thing, but you didn't. Eat it. Anybody? She's still bleeding.
Because she has multiple wounds.
Oh.
Because you didn't use the one the last time she died. She died multiple times, if you remember.
I see. Anybody else mysteriously wounded? No. Excellent. Good. Fantastic. Is there another box? No. This is the last one. So, we go in here to get body. Hi!
I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start. No way he was here to deal.
That is a much deeper voice than I assumed would come out of that man.
I ain't sticking around to see how this turns out.
Alright then. This clearly moves. But how dost I make that happen? I don't seem to be able to. There's no mysterious buttons to press. So I guess this was not a murder warehouse then. Or I have not the ability to access the murder part of this warehouse. I notice you have no comment and I am suspicious about that. So I guess I just leave for now then.
Yeah, it's weird the fight didn't trigger.
There was clearly something behind that bookcase, but I don't know how to make it move, so.
That will be for later.
Yeah, that'll be something I do later then. Okay, time to go and dump a corpse in a thing. And then that will be done. Then I can figure out what to do next. Hello, random archer woman. Excuse me. And dump it. Alright then. Quest is updated. So we have done that. So now where do we go? The bartender of the Nod Noble. Got it. Excuse me. Kitty! Hello, Kitty. I wish I could pet you, but that technology had not yet been invented. Someone's having a party over there. Hi-yee, hi-yee. Could be. Hello.
What can I get you, stranger?
I have finished a favor for one of your interested parties. Nod and leave. Okay. Oh good, I got an achievement for that. Cool. Okay, journal. It's love letter stuff. That's extra toxin extract, which I can only get by killing poisonous things, I guess. Alright, so what else do we have in dinner room? This is the person who is missing. There's no tracker for that. So if I just see him... Fazil got robbed. And that can't be done until I go to, Othamar. Circle of Magi. There's something in the basement, which I should go back to check out later. Places of Power. One of them is somewhere in Denerim. I think I already did that. If not, I'm sure I will find it. Two of them are in Denerim.
The power... No, the, place of power in Denerim is in the...
Oh, it's in the... It's the alienage. Yeah. The Brazilian Forest. I already got that one. Remaining... Do we have a mark on the map for these? We do not. We have to just find them. What do you want? Sorry, Kitty is over and causing issues. What is up? What's up? You gonna run away from me? Well, what do you want then, huh? You want this? You want toy or do you want to be pet? Do you want a cuddle? There she goes. She flies. To my arms for a quick cuddle. There you go. Jealous I'm paying attention to more of the game than to you. Silly Cece. Anyway, let me check the last of these. 5 scrolls of Banastor and return them to the Mages Collective. I don't even know where those are. Blackstone Irregulars want me to. Denerim's Aliens, can't go there. I already found him and he died. And I don't know where the other one is located, and I don't think that there's any guide marks for that either.
What are you looking for?
The locations of the hooded figures to give letters of appreciation to. I don't think that there's specific...
They are scattered throughout Denerim.
Yeah.
You just have to find them.
Yeah, I don't even know how many I have found. I found a bunch of them, I know that. Okay, so then it would seem the only thing to do, really, would be the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then. So I'll make that active. Unless there's another one that you think I should do beforehand.
As you wish.
You do what quests you think you should do.
Okay. I'm just asking because I know that sometimes you're like, oh, if you do that one, you can't go do the rest of these, so... This would be...
Which one are you doing?
Oh, this is the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
You can do all the side quests in Denerim after you do the Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Okay.
Just be aware that this quest will take you to a very difficult fight, one of the hardest in the game, so you might have to redo that one several times.
Oh, goody. Just asking because other than these side quests that I can't go do, it doesn't seem like there's anything else to do other than try to save the Arl of Redcliffe, and for that I need this, so let's hope that we're strong enough, you guys. Hi, Waylon.
Yes? What are you doing here?
I am looking for Brother Genetivi.
Brother Genetivi? Why?
I would like to speak to him about his research.
His research? Ah, you mean his search for Andraste's ashes? He was on the trail of the Urn of Sacred Ashes, yes. Whether he found it, the Maker only knows. I haven't seen Brother Genetivi in weeks. He said no word. It's so unlike him. I'm afraid something has happened. Genetivi's research into the urn may have led him into danger.
Well, that's not good. Why would searching for the urn lead him into danger?
Perhaps the urn has been lost for a reason. I pray for Genitivi's safety, but hope dwindles with each passing day. I tried to send help, but some knights came from Redcliffe looking for him not long ago. I sent them after Genitivi, and they too have disappeared.
See, where did you send them?
Now don't ask me where they went. You'll go after them. And what if ill luck should befall you too? This search is a curse on all of us. Some things are not meant to be found. I know that now.
I need to obtain the ashes or Arl Eamon will die.
So be it. All he said before he left was that he would be staying at an inn near Lake Callinhard, investigating something in that area.
Thank you, good sir. What exactly was he investigating?
I don't know. All I discovered from going through his research was that he was staying at the inn.
But you just said he spoke to you and told you that.
Yes, of course he told me, but I also went through his things to see if I could find other clues to his whereabouts.
You sound nervous. Are you hiding something?
That's not true. I told you everything I know. Brother Genitivi told me about the inn, and that's all.
Who is us?
Us? I mean me. There is no us. Bah! Why do I keep up this charade? I gave you a chance to turn aside and forget you ever heard of Genitivi and the urn, but you persisted. Now it has come to this. Andraste, forgive me, I do this in your name.
For realsies, my dude?
Oh, just wait. You're not...
You little shit.
You don't...
You off the hat. And he's dead. Alright then. That was probably unnecessary. He had a salve. Well, shit. Let's inspect the rest of the house. Oh, boy. Ah, look. Dragon cults. Oh, this one's a little long, but it seems important. Alright. Let us suggest for the moment that a high dragon is simply an animal, a cunning animal to be sure, but in possession of no true self-awareness or sentience. There has not, after all, been a single recorded case of a dragon attempting to communicate or performing any act that could not likewise be attributed to a clever beast. How then does one explain the existence of so-called dragon cults throughout history? One dragon cult may be explainable, especially in light of the reverence of the old gods in the ancient Tevinter Imperium. In the wake of the First Blight, many desperate Imperial citizens turned to the worship of real dragons to replace the old gods who had failed them. A dragon, after all, was a god figure that they could see. It was there, as real as the Archdemon itself, and, as evidence makes clear, did offer a degree of protection to its cultists. Assuming it didn't eat you, I assume. Other dragon cults would be explained in light of the first. Some cult members might have survived and spread the word. The worship of the old gods was as widespread as the Imperium itself. Certainly such secrets would have made their way into many hands. But there have been reports of dragon cults even in places where the Imperium never touched. Oh, hello, Fairfield! Among folks who have never heard of the old gods or had any reason to, how does one explain them? Oh, careful, kitty. She has left. She got the cuddling she wanted. Her battery's been recharged. Members of a dragon cult live in the same layer as a high dragon, nurturing and protecting its defenseless young. In exchange, the high dragon seems to permit those cultists to kill a small number of those young in order to feast on draconic blood. That's kind of weird that the dragon would let them do that. The blood is said to have a number of strange long-term effects, including bestowing greater strength and endurance, as well as an increased desire to kill. It may breed insanity as well. Navarian dragon hunters have said these cultists are incredibly powerful opponents. The changes in the cultists are a form of blood magic, surely, but how did the symbiotic relationship between the cult and the high dragon form in the first place? How did the cultists know to drink the dragon's blood? How did the high dragon convince them to care for its young, or know that they would? Is there more to draconic intelligence than we have heretofore guessed at? No member of a dragon cult has ever been taken alive, and what accounts exist from the days of the Navarian hunters record only mad rants and impossible tales of godhood. With dragons only recently reappearing and still incredibly rare, we may never know the truth, but the question remains, what are all these other ones that are blinking? I will scroll through them slowly, and people can have a look at it as they pause the video. I'm just tired of them blinking. I think these have been blinking actually since the start of the game. There's Lothring, and I believe there's a couple more. These must have appeared when we were talking about Ostagar and the other places. And the last one is about the Darkspawn. There we go. Nice. Okay, so we were reading about dragon cults, and that man is now bones. Door. Ah, book corpse. Oh boy, book. The Chantry Hierarchy. How long is this? It's actually pretty long. Okay, let's see. The Divine is the titular head of the Chantry, although since the schism split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact two Divines at any one time. One Divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral at Val Royeaux. The other, known as the Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Minrathous. There we go, in Minrathous. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious. No matter the gender, a divine is addressed as Most Holy or Your Perfection. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Val Royeaux when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a Mother is in charge of a particular chantry, Revered is appended to her title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A Mother or Reverend Mother is addressed as Your Reverence. Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry and consist of three main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry, those regular folk who have turned to the chantry for succor. Often they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who were raised into chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry, and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation, no questions asked. Oh, that seems, if I'm remembering correctly, that's kind of what happened with Liliana, right?
Yes.
Interesting. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the martial skills of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the chantry, those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in chantry archives, sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics, placed in charge of such archives, are given the title of Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of Mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. These are all notes about magic and religion. I'll get back to these later. I don't want to delay for too long, especially since there is a body. Hello! Ah, the body of the real Waylon. So, that's a problem. Haha! A steel symbol of Andraste. Probably something that she would enjoy. And Genetive's research. That's a problem. Yep. Let's see. Can I read his research? That's not the right button. Inventory. Can I read that? Amidst ramblings about local legends and ancient trade routes, one passage stands out. The village of Haven in the Frostbacks seems a good place to start. Pity it's not on any maps. Time to go to the Frostback Mountains! Thankfully, we've already been there. Alright. What role bears the title Brother from Another Mother? I don't know, Fairfield. Somebody who transferred from a different chantry? Alright, so... we have to go... we have to go here. It's funny, it wasn't on any map until I looked for it. I found it very quickly. Wow, I made it all this way with no combat. That's astonishing to me. A quick save.
This should be easy enough.
Okay. Oh, hi!
What are you doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here.
I have business here.
No, you do not. I would have been informed if someone was expecting a visitor.
Is there a Brother Genetive here?
Who? Perhaps revered Father Eirik will know of whom you speak. Unfortunately, he's ministering to the villagers at the moment and cannot be disturbed.
Revered father? I've never heard of this.
Oh.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
Well, I mean, a guard of a local area would probably know more than you do about the local area.
I mean, that's true. Are your traditions... This seems like a strange question, because how would he know? Every fucking guard in this game thinks they know more than you do. A lot of the time they do. Are your traditions very different from ours?
Our ways are not the ways of the lowland cities.
I have questions about Haven.
Ask and be on your way.
Why haven't I heard of Haven before?
We keep to ourselves. We see no need to announce our presence to the world. It's more peaceful that way.
Huh. How long has Haven been here?
Haven's always been here. My family knows no other home.
I see. Fairfield says, but it's always like, your boss sent me an email, and the guard's like, why didn't he CC me then? I suppose that makes sense, but at the same time, he does have a point when he goes, you know, if somebody was expecting a guest in this tiny-ass town, they'd have told me, because I'm like the only guard they have. Who's in charge of the village?
Father Eirik is our spiritual leader and guide.
A revered father, huh? That's new. I wonder what this means.
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
I see. Have you heard of the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
The urn is nothing but a legend.
Brother Genetive's research suggests it may have been more.
I do not know who Brother Genetive is or what he says. However, I'm sure people can convince themselves of anything.
Uh-oh, Mike has been lost to the internet demons. They have eaten his connection. It is okay, I will wait for him to come back. As in, I won't hang up. Uh-huh. And you don't know if Brother Genetive has come here?
No.
I see. Why do you have a revered father, priests or women?
It's always been thus in Haven. We do not question tradition.
I say, I would like to explore Haven for a while.
We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo.
Very well.
You may trade for supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
Did it just get a lot colder, or is it just me?
Alright then, what is this? That's a villager's house. That's just a random person's home. We'll go there after I explore.
Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been.
Hello.
Who are you? You shouldn't be here.
Do you know Brother Chin TV?
Who? Why would you come here looking for someone? Lowlanders don't belong here.
A racist child. Just for that, I'm going to steal all the stuff in your house. Chicken. Said there was a trader somewhere, so let's find them. That might be this. Is this the trader or is this someone's house? A book! Left propped against a house. Death of a Templar. A little long, but that should be fine. Oh, excuse me. The dry, dusty earth swallows up salty drops that splatter its surface. A tiny insect pauses, sensing the vibrations, and scurries off, leaving behind its invisible enemy. As the drops fall, the dark circles merge together, expressing a mirror to their creator. The primal emotions of bloodlust and sorrow blend into a lethal cocktail that breaks the strongest of men. The jurisdiction of strength must always be left to the spirit, not arm nor chest. Only the wisest turn to his inner sanctuary to partition the mind from an all-consuming madness. Seductive voices whispering promises of glory, weighting down the weaker path of the flesh, bringing a death far worse than that of hot lead or steel. These blank, hollow promises will echo the unfathomable eternally. Living comfortably amongst material possessions, it is easy to understand the true meaning of uncontrollable hate. Failing to understand the power of fighting against pure, unfaltering beliefs, against foes that listen only to their soul. Uncontrollable hate, influenced and thus removed from innocence, the scar is permanent and internal. The rain, now red, feeds the debt owed for actions past. Hi, sweetie! Welcome back.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay. We are reading about the death of a Templar. Where are you? The rain, now red, feeds the debt owed for the actions past. Owed for actions past, seeking further into the earth as the mind draws slower. What was it that drew him himself to this situation? But Fairfield is chanting, Tyr has called him away, Tyr has released him, in all caps. The mind ebbs and parts to a lingering memory of true innocence. He entered war as a newborn enters the world, unknowing of both the horrors and light of the Maker that will save him. The sound of metal sliding along leather comes from above him. From the second he was born to his soon-be dying breath, his mind was processing and analyzing knowledge and experiences. It is true that he thought he could be wise in his own eyes, but only the most humble recognizes that he knows very little. Bias, speculation, and all of false pretenses make way to the sound of the sweeping steel, and then finally, his soul, as ready as his eyes dry from the final understanding, enters his promise of its purest form. Well, Jesus. It's all dark. Chickens. Chimpkins. So there appears to be another path up there to another house, and then that one down there, and then a door into some random person's home. I'm gonna go into this random person's house. I will quick save before I do so. Also, Michael, we met a racist child.
It happens. Just play Halo.
Yeah, it takes all of 5 minutes. Wow. There's just stuff in here. Liliana, can you open these for me? Thank you. I don't mind robbing these people. I have a sneaking suspicion that they're terrible. Oh, a love letter, huh? Take them. Alright, what do we got? That's a tincture. Da-da-da-da. Ah. This is the new one. Darling, when next we meet, I would find it agreeable for you to leave your hat on, and mayhap your boots as well, and trousers, shirt too, and I shall facilitate said clothes status by locking my door and posting a guard. Duly warned. Oh. That doesn't seem like a letter to a lover so much as, so much as a stalker. I shall have a guard at my door. Boop. Alright, back up this hill.
Mountain air, quiet village. But where is everyone?
That's a good question, Wynn. I'm guessing, given the creepy guy in the home and the book about dragon cults, that there might be a cult here. Hi.
We have nothing you'd want. Please go.
Me seeing things on the ground would beg to differ. Oops. I've not switched back to myself. The Avar. Ooh, I know about the Avar. They're cool. Driven across the Frostbacks in ancient times, the Almari tribesmen split into 3 groups. One settled the Ferelden Valley, one was pushed into the Kokari Wilds, and the last returned to the mountains. Modern Fereldens bear little resemblance to their Almari ancestors, and the Chastened remember few of their traditions, but the Avars have changed little throughout the ages. Like the Chastened, the Avar are not a united people. Each tribe fends for itself and is beholden only to its Thane. They still follow their own gods, Korth, the Mountain Father, Hakan, Winter's Breath, the Lady of the Skies, as well as dozens of animal gods never named to outsiders. Nothing lasts in the mountains. Wind and rain eventually eat away the strongest holds. Valleys that were arable one generation are locked in year-round ice the next. Game is constantly on the move. Even among themselves, the Avar make no absolute promises. They wed by a tradition in which the groom struggles to untie a tightly knotted rope while the bride sings a hymn to one of the gods. However many knots he has undone by the time her song ends is the number of years she will spend with him. Interesting. Lowlanders often forget that there is no such thing as a permanent alliance in the Frostbacks. Interesting. I'll live with you for 10 years if you untie 10 knots. Man, can you imagine being the guy who only manages to untie one, or heaven forbid, the guy who doesn't untie any of them?
I imagine if you really want to be with somebody, you would not tie the knots very tightly.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, can you imagine being that person? All right.
I mean, at the end of the day, is it really that different from modern courtship rituals?
I mean, that's true, but we don't usually wait till the wedding to do that.
Until we, before we,
Yes.
they untangle lies.
my
We
way.
untangle webs of, or rather, we untangle webs of lies. They untangle hair. There you go. We got it.
They entangle a big rope. Anything in
What are you doing? That's private.
Whoops! Oh, I
But your
apologize.
Tinder profile said something different.
Sorry, I didn't mean to actually go back there. What's up?
Who are you? You're not from Haven.
Why does everyone tell me that like I don't already know? I'm just gonna say that.
We don't get very many visitors.
Fairfield says, pulls out some scissors. I'm committed to this relationship! That would probably be seen as cheating. Have you seen a man called...
Cheating?
Cheating? Have you seen a man called Brother TV?
No, I've never heard that name.
God, anytime people talk about cheating and not cheating, I immediately think of a character from Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Hey, I don't need to cheat. I don't even remember her name. She's only in that game, and she's very put off at the idea that you tell her she's cheating. Can you tell me about Haven?
How would you describe the place you know only as home?
I mean, that's true. Is this the shop I'd like to trade?
I don't have much, but I suppose you can take a look.
Thanks! Doesn't have much, has bombs. Let's see. Andraste's arrows. Interrupt spellcasting. I'll take those. Yoink. Yeah, I got plenty of money. There we go. And let's compare everything to Liliana. Yeah, she's already got that. Hers has more. Drake skin. So that's the next stuff I'm looking for then, is Drake skin armor for her. Those look really nice, but hers is actually about the same and then has bonuses because it has +1 armor. Alright, do I have garbage to send? Ash Warrior Axe, that's fancy. Sell that. Sell that. And I think that would be it. And she's already wearing that. Okay. And that is all I had to sell. Okay then. Whoops. I wonder if there's a way to sneak into the back of his house and steal his shit. Probably not, but it'd be funny if there was. Oh, that looks ominous as shit. Okay. So there's the hill that leads to the big old Temple of Death. And then there's this road over here, which is also torch-lined and leads us to where? Let's have a look. Ooh, an elf fruit. Gimme. Oh, that just leads to a dock. Anything at the dock? Ooh, there's a box at the dock.
Why are you smiling like that? You look suspiciously like the cat that swallowed the pigeon.
Canary.
What?
I look like the cat that swallowed the canary.
I once had a very large cat, but not my point. My point is, why are you smirking?
You were watching her. With great interest, I might add. In fact, I believe you were enraptured.
She's our leader. I look to her for guidance.
Oh, I see. So what guidance did you find in those swaying hips? Hmm?
No. I wasn't looking at, her hindquarters.
Certainly.
I glanced in that direction, maybe, but I wasn't staring. Or really seeing anything, even.
Of course.
I hate you. You're a bad person.
Oh, she caught you looking at my butt!
I am ready.
I hate you. You're a bad person. Alright. That's a cool looking torch post, by the way. Just a big fucking fish. I bet you know what this dock is for. Wynn may have a lot of naive opinions, to which I'd be like, that's all well and good, but people sadly are not like that.
I don't think Lynn is naive. I think she's
idealistic. That's the word I wanted. Thank you. Idealistic. But despite that, I really like her. She's very funny. Oh, there's another path.
Though her idealism can be debatable. Because she's actually, I would actually argue Wynn is a realist. Because she's telling you that you should be careful with a relationship because, your job will make demands of you that may jeopardize that relationship.
That's true.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's...
But just, anyway, I love that she's teasing him. I saw you looking. No, I wasn't. You were looking. No. Yeah.
Right.
You're a bad person, and I hate you.
This should be easy enough.
Is it any wonder why I decided to romance him? He's so funny. He's adorable. He's a human golden retriever. Alright, into the Haven Chantry. I'm looking for a guy.
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her... I understand that you are new here, but common courtesy dictates that one shouldn't interrupt. No matter. We were just about done here anyway.
But, Your Reverence, we have not completed the sacraments of the Holy Mother or sung the invocation.
Be calm, Nodda. We have an honored guest. Surely the sacraments can wait. That is all for today, my children. I shall see you tomorrow. For now, I should see to our visitor.
I don't like how you said that. Oh, there was no need to end the sermon.
It is better this way. Many of the villagers are uncomfortable in the presence of strangers.
Well, that sounds like a them problem. Maybe they should go outside and touch grass. Is there a Brother Genitivi here?
We find outsiders disruptive. They bring others, and before long, Haven is changed. We will go to any lengths to prevent that. You understand a man's need to protect his family, don't you?
So the answer is yes.
Brothers, you know what must be done.
Well... Okay then. Win, dearest. Stand over here. Liliana, go over here. I don't know if this man has fireball. Fairfield says, I hear Nolan North. You might. It is entirely possible that you do.
Nolan North? Voice acting in a video game?
What? Oh boy. Alistair. Please also that guard. Liliana. Kill Eric. Win. Also Eric. Thank you.
You'll never know what hit him!
There we go. Okay, choose your target.
On your guard!
Okay then. Well, that was a thing that occurred. Good thing all of the peasants left. Can I loot him, please, instead of just walk over him? A very large bronze disc bearing the symbol of Andraste. It's called a cultist medallion, so I'm thinking cult. I'm thinking cult. Oh, the brick wall opens. We'll see to that in a moment. What's in here? An inscribed chest. Can I?
Here I am.
A ring of faith. It does fire damage, so that we will give to Morrigan later. Elf flight arrows. There's so many nice arrows here. Actually, Liliana, let's give you those other ice arrows that we got. I wish I could tell her to, like, pick up whatever the next best arrows are after she uses them, but I'm guessing that's not really a thing she can do. I wonder if this is a door. Oh my god, it was a door. Oh, shit.
Who are you?
Oh, he's alive.
They sent you to finish it.
Oh, first time chat from Orochi, Lord of Destruction. Hello, Orochi. Welcome to the stream. We're playing Dragon Age Origins, and I just found Brother Genitivi, and I think he might be here to die. Brother Genitivi?
You're not one of them, thank the Maker.
Are you alright?
What do you think? Weeks of scant food and water, the torture. Oh, I've never felt better.
I wouldn't be this sarcastic if I needed help. I get the point. Can I do anything for you?
The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
Wynne, can you help him?
I can set the leg and ease some of the pain, but he'll need a lot of rest in order to heal.
I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain.
Fairfield says he's British. When all else fails, sarcasm is all we have left. How do you know?
My research led me to Haven, and I have heard the villagers talking. I know the urn is here. Haven lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Eirik wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it.
Ah, this medallion then.
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside and I will show you.
Could you answer some questions for me first?
All right. What is on your mind?
Do you know about the knights who were sent to look for you?
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Eirik said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men.
Jesus. Well, Eric's not going to be bothering anybody else for a while.
Good. Eirik and his fellows were a blemish in the Maker's sight. If the Maker would even deign to look upon this world, that is. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we?
Haven is a little bit... Well, actually, I'll ask this one first. The ashes will cure Arl Eamon, won't they?
Cure Arl Eamon? Is the Arl sick? What happened?
He was poisoned on Logain's orders.
Logain? Why? Oh, I have been so occupied with the urn. I've missed so much. I certainly hope the ashes will save him. The legends speak of their miraculous powers. There are many stories of pilgrims being healed, the blind seeing, and the lame dancing in joy. Perhaps it is Andraste that does this. Perhaps it is belief itself. By believing the ashes are magical, you make them so.
There are some magic systems in certain stories and properties that do work that way, so... I suppose that's possible.
Anyway, that can be discussed once we actually have the ashes, and the Arl is better.
Haven's kind of weird, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be.
Let's see... What do you know about Haven and its people?
They call themselves the Disciples of Andraste. They are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the urn, but they speak of Andraste as though she were still alive.
They must be talking about the urn.
I thought so at first, but I'm not so sure anymore. Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Yeah, why does Haven have a revered father?
I do not know. When the chantry was established, it was decided that only female priests would ever be ordained. It is possible that the villagers, the disciples of Andraste, predate the chantry and so have no knowledge of the chantry's rules.
Or, like in that book we read a little while ago, perhaps they are an offshoot of the Tevinter chantry, which only has fathers. And that
perhaps, but it would be weird that they would be part of the Tevinter Imperium's church, because the Tevinter Imperium was defeated before the
chantry
church was established. So now,
the
Tevinter Imperium would have no influence in this region.
Yeah, that's true. I was just thinking that might be the case because the book also mentioned that was talking about the dragon cults. It mentioned that that a lot of the people who formed them were from Tevinter, and were people who in the light of old gods not working, went and started worshipping dragons. So I thought that perhaps, since these people had a father instead of a holy mother, that maybe that's what their deal is. That maybe these are like break off dragon cultists who somehow found the fucking urn of Andraste. So
they found Jesus.
They found Jesus. He was behind the sofa. What do you know about Haven and its people?
They call themselves the Disciples of Andraste, and they are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the urn, but they speak of Andraste as though...
You can just press the space bar if you want to skip something already.
Yeah.
I thought so at first. Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Okay, so it just cycles between those two. Okay. What were the villagers doing with you?
They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that.
Orochi says, I love these games. They're so fun and interesting. They really are. BioWare, like, regardless of how you feel about the games, you cannot deny that they do so much world building. Like, before Skyrim popped on the scene and said, look at all these books we've got for you to discover and read, BioWare had already been at this game going, okay, so we're gonna write, like, 500 pieces of lore about all these little intricate things. So, all these games are cool. Let's see. Actually, I think that's right. They were planning to place a fake Genevieve in Denerim.
How do you know?
There was an imposter Waylon at your house.
An imposter? What happened to the real Waylon?
Found his body stuffed in a box. I'm sorry, but he's dead.
Oh, poor Waylon. I should never have dragged you into this. Maker, take you into his hands, my boy.
Poor thing. Waylon died protecting your research.
He believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say?
I don't want him to die. I feel like if I bring him up the mountain, he might not make it.
Do you want a spoiler?
Only so far as if I bring him up the mountain, is he gonna die?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Okay. So it's not a case of like,
you will have direct input on whether or not he dies.
Okay. Okay, then I'll take him with me. I didn't want it to be like, you brought him up the mountain and now his strength has failed him.
You will, I'll just say this, you will not expect how he may die.
I might be surprised.
It is literally your decision.
Ah!
You'll see.
Oh. I don't like the implications of that. Alright.
Well, it's more or less like how you wish to use the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Like, or not how you wish to use them, but how should they be used?
How does one acquire and then use the Urn of Sacred Ashes? I see.
You'll see. You'll see.
Okay.
I'll just say one thing really quick. The decision ultimately doesn't matter. I say loosely. It does change some dialogue in Inquisition, but the decision that you make, the death of Brother Genevieve, at least in my opinion, is unnecessary.
Okay.
It only changes some lore and dialogue later on.
Okay, well, I mean, even if it changed a lot of stuff, I wouldn't kill him anyway. You know me, I don't like being mean. Alright, I'm ready to leave for the temple.
It's not a question of being mean.
Help me up here.
I see.
I'll try not to slow us down.
Wow, not even walking with a limp. High five, my guy. Wynn set that leg like a champ.
He's British.
He's British. They don't believe in limps.
They don't believe in pain. They live it every day.
Oh, Orochi would like to know if I'm doing a series run. Yes. We will be, after this one is over, the next game to take its place will be Dragon Age 2.
And then Inquisition. And then Inquisition. If it's out by the time she finishes Inquisition, Dreadwolf, perhaps?
Considering all the times I've heard people talk about how you never leave the hinterlands, I'm not thinking that that's the case. But we'll find out. Who knows? It
depends on how much of a completionist run you want to do.
I mean... Oh, we've clearly walked past something fucking gnarly. Alright. Okay, bro, let's go.
Here we are. Give me the medallion, and let's see if I remember. Yes, you see, it can be manipulated, just like this. And there. A key to open the way.
I heard the saw of creepiness cut through the sound. Also, Orochi says, Dreadwolf, I hope it'll be good. From all the little bits that we've seen and heard from them, it seems like it's really good. Or
yeah,
at least
I have faith.
Yeah.
I have faith that it'll be good.
It looks
based
different.
off of some of the leaks that we've seen. It looks pretty damn good to me so far.
Oh, some of the leaks. The art looks so shiny. All right, it looks different opened up like that.
Now, where does this go?
Success! His little smile. Yeah, I did it.
Oh, what I would give to have seen this hall in all its splendor, as it was meant to be. Still, sweep away the ice and the snow, and traces of beauty remain.
Pretty. Yes, get moving, you old geezer. You need to stay alert now, brother.
I'm sorry, what? I was a little distracted, I apologize. These carvings were created just after Andraste's death, and they may reveal things about her life that we do not yet know. I think I need more time to study these statues and carvings.
All right. You want to stay here? Is it safe?
I could not keep up with you with my injuries. I should be safe. I don't think there are any villagers here. Go. I will be all right. Perhaps my destiny was only to lead you to the urn.
Okay. Is there anything else I need to know about the temple?
It was designed to protect the urn from those who would steal it or do harm to it, namely the Tevinter Imperium.
Okay. What sort of dangers are we talking about here?
I'm not sure. The legends were never very specific on that point. Only the faithful shall lay eyes on the sacred ashes. Death and misfortune await the unbeliever. The Maker's gaze has fallen on Andraste's final resting place. He weeps for his beloved, and his wrath at her betrayers endures.
Huh. So it's the wrath of the Maker that strikes men down.
That is what the legend says, and the Maker may indeed watch this place. Read between the lines, however, and you'll understand that it is merely a simple truth draped in hyperbole and metaphor. After all, no one wants to hear, Willie toiled for many a year to perfect the curious mechanisms that would send a sharpened spike up the arse of the unwary intruder.
I'd read that! And then... Oh, that sounds pleasant.
I think my decision to stay here was the best one, don't you?
Yes, definitely. I will be back soon.
I'll be right here if you need me. You're back. Have you reached the urn?
I didn't... Hi?
It's a glitch.
Okay, no.
Over time, the temple has grown. Halls winding through the very rock, from foot to summit, till the mountain itself became a celebration of Andraste and her life. I'd love to see it all, but I don't know if I ever will.
Alright, try not to get in trouble.
I'll be right here if you need me.
I would like to back up.
I need something to write on.
Okay. Whoops, I was too close to him, I guess.
I can't believe all this is still
By the way...
This temple must be thousands of years old.
Okay, she's...
I think it's fascinating when you think about North American accents in Dragon Age. Because we do see some humans who have them, which means one of two things.
Mm.
Either they live near dwarves.
Oh yeah, because the dwarves all have a North American accent.
Yeah, which isn't unusual. Or, and this is more interesting to me, some elves also have North American accents. It seems to be dependent on what tribe of the elves. But that would imply that the humans who have North American accents, at least some of them, adopted those accents because they were slaves in the Tevinter Imperium and probably lived and worked alongside elves.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not saying that Genitivi was necessarily a slave, but he may be descended.
Yeah, that makes
somebody
sense.
who was a slave. Yeah.
Okay, so we got a quest-related note. Unbound. You asked, so I'm telling. Don't go. The stories talk of the riches, but never the names, never where they supposedly spent their wealth. I heard the same tales as a lad in Denerim, felt the same pull, but it's a lie, son. They may paint a trail, but once you're on it, does it lead to the beast or back to you? An unsigned letter, father to son. Oh, is this the guy we were looking for? Do you think it's, let's see. No, it was not Rexall. It's somebody. That sucks. Okay, good night, Fairfield. Have a good night. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers over on Patreon and give a special shout out to Jack Fox, Old Monster, Dizarin, Revolution 72, and A Ferb Among Us. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. I'd also like to give a big thank you to everyone else watching. If you enjoyed the video, let me know with a like and a comment. Be sure to have a look at the other videos on my channel and subscribe so you never miss a new one. Links to my Patreon, Twitch, and all my other socials are in the description below the video. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye bye!